Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be opening up a complete unboxed copy of The Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap for the Game Boy Advance. Um, this Zelda game is one of my favorite Zelda games of all time. It's a great underrated Zelda game. I think everybody who has a Game Boy Advance or wants to get into a Game Boy Advance should try this game out. It's great, and it's a great intro to the Legend of Zelda if you've never played any games from the series. Alright, let's start it up. So here's what the front's going to look like. Feel free to pause at any time. I'll try to go relatively slow and get good shots in so you can see everything that you need to. Here's the top. All my games are unfortunately not in the same condition as like a perfect condition or mint. This one does have a little bit of damage in the top. This is not something that you would see, and even though it's pretty minor damage, it's still good to point out. That way you don't think this is non-cosmetic. Alright, here's the side of the game. Here's the bottom. Most Game Boy games won't have anything down here, but I'll still show it. Here's the important information side. Try to get it to focus in nicely so you guys can see everything. And then for the back side, try to go a little bit slower here. Feel free to pause at any time. All right. I do want to point out that these games, to my knowledge, are all authentic. I've bought them through eBay stores, from reputable buyers, as well as from my local video game stores that are reputable. Very few of my complete unboxed games are from garage sales or from sales from people who aren't in the industry, for example. So to my knowledge, they're completely legit. If you do see something that you do not think is legit, let me know. And if I do find something that is not legit in one of my games, I will delete that video or I'll edit it to show. Complete unbox collecting is getting pretty expensive. I do want to point out that if you do want to get into collecting the boxes, you don't have to go through with authentic copies. Etsy and some other companies are making great, or places are making some great reproductions that look very similar, if not the same, than the original ones. I just like having the authentic ones. Right here, there's some writing. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. There's another one on this side, but it says exactly the same thing, so I won't worry too much about that. Show you guys that. Pull out the contents. Some of the games, to my knowledge, came with this involved in plastic. Mine, unfortunately, does not have that. That shouldn't add too much or deduct too much value. Maybe a little bit if the game is in mint condition, which this is not. The inside of the actual Game Boy is pretty bland. It has nothing, just empty cardboard. So to the side. Here are the booklets. So with the booklets, I'm missing one. Oh yeah, here it is. Sends them back. But with the booklets, these type of booklets, for example, the health and safety precautions booklet, come with basically every complete unboxed game. This is not something that should sway you away from buying a copy that does not have this. This is very easy to obtain and really doesn't make the value of the game any less, because this is very easy to find anywhere. I just won't take too much time on this. What you should be looking for in a complete unbox game are inserts like this right here. This is the instruction booklet. These are the things I like to connect personally, as it has some really cool art, has some explanation of the games, and really does add value to your complete unbox. This is something that you should be looking for. And if it doesn't mean it's fake. It's just might be worth a little bit less. I'll zoom in here. Some of the beautiful artwork of the Zelda game, very similar to the Wind Waker. I'll go through the booklet really quickly, but this basically just has character information, lore, as well as some of the commands in the game, some of the story. But some very cool art nonetheless, and definitely something that I personally would like to have when I get a complete box of these games. This is another one that's really not too important to have. This is very, very common in a lot of complete unbox Game Boy games. Pretty easy to find. It's just advertisement essentially for the Game Boy player, and I think a Game Boy SP. So again, I mean, it's nice to have, but really nothing that should judge you away from buying a complete unbox copy. This, on the other hand, I'm not sure if this is exclusive to the Minish Cap. I think it is. Here's some of the art style. It looks like the Wind Waker. You see Zelda with the Minish Cap. I just called him Zelda. Link with the Minish Cap. But yeah, this is like the sign me up for like Nintendo Power. It's pretty cool to have, I guess. And here's the actual game. Here's the cardboard that it comes with. It just comes in with an insert for the game. That's about it. Some other ones will come with Game Boy adapters like the Pokemon games, but this one does not. I'll zoom in this lettering if you need that for any reason. The back really has nothing. Here's the front of the game. See if I can zoom in on this. Again, my copy is unfortunately not in great condition. The back, I think, had a sticker before, and I didn't do a very good job of cleaning it. So sorry about that. If it's a little bit gross. I preemptively took out the screw. The screw's down here, actually. This will go into the Game Boy game. You have a tool to take it out, but I decided just to take it out beforehand to make this video not as long. But there's a lot of screws online that you can find that fit the Game Boy. They're not very hard to get, not very expensive either, and it's very easy to unscrew these games. So you just have to be a little bit careful. Once you unscrew the game, you don't want to plop it open like this, because you'll actually maybe end up cracking the plastic or breaking it. It was engineered to be slidden out, so you just slide it out very slightly and be very careful. And that's it. Here's the circuit. I'll focus this one on a little bit more, since this is the best way to tell if your game is fake. For any major pointers, the biggest thing to look at when you look at fakes is a lot of times I won't even bother with putting the Nintendo logo right there. If you don't see that, then assume that it's a fake. Also, I've seen some Minish Cap fakes have batteries to save. I'm not going to pretend like I know about it, but just know that unlike some other games that do use batteries to save in-game activities and stuff like that, this does not. So this will never have a big battery there that you sometimes see with like the Pokemon games. I'll take it out very quickly. You just have to be very careful. These are fragile things. Here's the back, the front, and it pops in really nicely, but just be very careful with it. You don't want to break this, or else you'll have a non-functioning game. I'll plop this in really quick to my Game Boy to just check it out a little bit. This is a modded Game Boy Advance. That's why you'll see it's backlit. Not normal Game Boy Advances do not have that. So if you're wondering what Game Boy Advance I have, that's why. If you guys want where I found this, I can link in the descriptions by a great company that I found on Etsy. I started a new game, just to avoid, I guess, any spoilers for people who are wanting to get into it. This is the starting scene, so you're really not missing anything. So that's my review, my unboxing for the Minish Cap. Fantastic game. I'm not going to really try to get into the prices in these videos because they fluctuate so much. I know that some Pokemon games were hundreds of dollars less last year than they are now. It's just how the market is, especially with the pandemic going on. It's kind of crazy. I do suggest that you use websites like Price Charting. Price Charting is not a perfect site by no means, but it's a great site to go if you really just want to get a general idea. eBay past sellings, and some more that I could link if you guys want me to. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and have a good nice day.